I go to number 1 and 2 at the same time in the entire world in Clash Royale using Little Prince and Evolution Archers in the same deck. Both of them are broken. Both of them are the best cards in Clash Royale. This deck is absolutely unstoppable and you just can't lose. So guys, I actually recorded these games or played these games live on stream already, but there's nothing I can do right now. I don't have a third account to push to number 3 in the world. Maybe soon. But so we are playing against Ardentors here. So by the way, I'm kind of planning to maybe do a stream on my English YouTube channel. One of my first streams. I think I did one like 2 years ago, but it will be like my second stream for the 20 win challenge. So if you guys want to see a stream in English on this channel for the 20 win challenge starting at the 15th of November, let me know in the comment section. I will do that. So just kind of explaining like why this deck is so strong. Honestly, I was wrong about Evo Archers. I think I was saying that Evo Archers aren't really that good as I maybe like we called it the first time, right? This is like kind of the thing. When I'm like Supercell is telling us creators to do this type of videos about like the Evo Archers, like Evolution Knight and so on, we're always kind of having, of course, like what we kind of think about that. I mean, Evo Knight was kind of obvious it was broken, but even there, some people in the comment section were saying, this is not really too good, this is not a really OP card. But at the end, it was completely broken. Evo Archers, I was like more passive because I also thought Evo Bats are good. But Evo Archers, they're the second best card in the game. Little Prince the best. Evo Archers close behind that, and then the rest, like there's a big hole between that. So just love the stack, right? We're playing against Ardentors, the CL World Finals, one of the best players on the planet right now, beat me in the CL Finals, and yeah, he's just so good, right? And he's using a minor wall break or like a minor wall breaker poison control. Actually, the deck I used yesterday there, and I was like waking up and seeing this deck by like running by Pompeo and also by Ardentors before, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna copy it, and this deck is just so good. Like such a cheap cycle, such a high aggressive pressure, and honestly, you don't need a cannon. Before that, you always had a cannon for archers or like a Tesla, but there's no need for that. You just can cycle Evo Archers, and like Little Prince knockback is absolutely crazy. So we're just going for skeletons there. Now I'm just gonna go for this at the bridge. Why? Because I know his bomb toss out of cycle, right? So look at this. Look at the Evo Archers. Evo Archers damage is incredible. They can counter Hog Rider at the right time. They can counter almost everything, right? And it's just like so insane. Doesn't die. They don't die to arrows and so on. So look at this guy. So just go for my archers there. Of course, he has also level 13 Little Prince, which makes of course like really helpful. You always kind of want to make sure, like the most important thing against Little Prince is how do you want to play your defensive cards? How do you want to set up your defense? Playing your Knight slow. At example, like when you're playing Knight deck, Valkyrie low and so on, Mini Pekka low. And playing the archers, of course, in a range where the the guardian is not hitting them. So I'm just going for my ice bird here. I'm always want to apply pressure both sides. As you guys can see here, we do get a ton of decent chip damage on the right hand side, and I don't really want to push same lane. So I kind of applied the Hogs on the left side to maybe tank for the guardian or tank for the Little Prince. So once again, skeletons, Royal Delivery Log, one of my favorite combinations. I'm just going to go once again in there. So look at this. I'm just going to go in here for my EQ. That was a really bad EQ with a perfect EQ placement. It would have gotten me so much damage. I'm just going for my skeletons there. Just kind of predicting a minor here. But as you guys can see here, he goes in now for minor poison. This Little Prince placement is so busted. This is also one of the busted things, I think. Like just playing an opposite lane, similar to a Musketeer. And now I'm just going to go for a Hoggy once again. I'm just going to go in for my Earthquake. But he decides to now use the ability. And yeah, Little Prince, I mean, it's not really too good. It's not a too good card, right? It's like also not that bad. It's a balanced card. People always like, people are still saying me in the tutorial, or like want to tell me in the comment section that I'm overreacting. Guys, are you watching my videos? Are you watching the card? Did you play the card yourself? Did you face it? This card is absolutely busted. Most likely, I don't know, like if it's on the Monk and the Phoenix level, most likely maybe not. But dude, this card is so dumb. This card is so dumb, so busted, and there are also a ton of glitches currently happening with the clone. I think if you clone the Guardian has like full HP. Also, like it can hit a miner and a drill underground, so there's like a ton of stuff happening. So we just need to go for the Q. This game gets really close, right? So 1 minute remaining, 50 seconds remaining. This kind of game for me to get like with this account in the top 5 in the world. He's just gonna cycle another miner there. We're just gonna go for Evo Archers here, and of course I want to get like a Warrior Hogs. I want to have the champion on the map. Remind yourself, or like you need to remind yourself to get the free card cycle. That was an absolutely horrible delivery by mortenroyale. But Evo Archers are luckily so broken that they're just like killing everything. Evo Archers are just so good. You want to play really like far away from it to get the maximum damage. So use the defensive miner. This is kind of my situation where I'm like getting a ton of damage. Right, defensive miner out. Also the Prince was still doing. I'm just gonna go for my archers, I'm just gonna go for my ice spirit. I'm also gonna go for royal hogs. They're kind of just like doing something. Now I kind of want to go Little Prince to get the free card cycle. Here I'm just gonna decide to go for my earthquake. I'm just gonna go log. He goes log on defense. It's kind of a mistake. I'm just gonna go ice spirit here. Free card cycle wins us the game because now we can go for the EQ. I mean, this poison wouldn't have done anything anyway, so I didn't even need my EQ actually there. But we're beating Ardentor's absolutely incredible game. And even if you could think he got bomb toss cycle, this matchup is still fine. So guys, next game up here with Pompeo, and you need to learn how to play a mirror matchup because you will face this deck eventually a lot of times. There will be like ton of players will use that. I actually face I think at this day I played like 5 mirror matchups. I won all of them, and I think I got a really good understanding how to play them. Little Prince is the key. Little Prince on defense, archers. You want to protect your archers, but you always want to split archers. You're always going to go double lane pressure at the start. You never really want to go hogs one lane. Always split up your hogs, split up your pushes, because then the opponent doesn't get too much value with the royal delivery at example. So here, I'm just going to go now for my royal delivery and that. Just going also for an ice spirit here. He could use the ability. I think that's like not a really good ability time because now I can just go for skeletons there. And I got already some chip damage, right? And this is what I want to do. I always want to generate some early chip damage with the royal hogs. And then I'm just like able to play like a ton of like defensive stuff over the game. So I'm always kind of don't really want to use my ability on defense here. So I kind of go in here for this ability. Not going for the ability and kind of saving it for offense. Here I'm just going to go for my royal hogs there. Really good royal hogs there. And it just goes in there with the split. He goes on log on the right side. But once again, we are going to get so much damage. And this is what I'm telling you. You can be aggressive, yes. But you want to be aggressive split line pressuring. Never play everything on one side. You want to split up damage. You don't want to go hog same lane. This is kind of what I'm seeing my opponents doing as a mistakes. In this type of matchups, you always want to split. Before that, in the game against Ardentor's, when the opponent actually plays like minor poison control, you want to go same lane with your warrior hogs. So not same, the opposite lane, but all of them together, right? You don't want to split the royal hogs, but in this type of matchup, I love splitting them just to make sure. Firstly, we're gonna get a positive elixir trade anyway, but mostly we're getting like damage on one side. He can defend both sides, but he has to commit a lot of elixir. And when you're going one lane, he can just go delivery and log at example and kill everything. And this is not what I want to do. Also, of course, as you guys can see, that was a really bad Evo Archers placement. I don't know why I was so dumb. I could have just played my Evo Archers behind the tower. That would have been way better. But I'm deciding to play like this, so I'm just kind of giving him free damage, but it's okay. I'm just gonna go for another Evo Archers here, making sure to get the perfect timing. I mean, not normal Archers. You kind of need to learn the perfect timing, honestly, to kill them, or like to also distract them. It's similar to Magic Archer, to be fair, because Magic Archer also sometimes hard to get the perfect Ice Spirit time before he's connecting. So I'm just gonna go for Ice Spirit delivery skeletons. And as you guys can see here, we're currently always up like 1k damage. So now I'm just gonna go in there for my Hoggy split once again. As you guys can see, it's like a ton of chip damage. Like even just like 200, 100 is already really successful because we are up and we know he needs to play aggressive now. And he can't really play aggressive, right? When he plays aggressive royal hogs, we always got delivery logs. So it will be really hard for him to come back, right? So he starts the EQ cycle, but I think right now he kind of thought, okay, maybe it's not too smart because if I'm like doing the same as him, he has a damage advantage, I'm just going to win. So I'm just going to go in here for this really good defense. Not going to commit anything anymore. We're not taking any damage. I'm just going to go for my royal hogs here. Protect everything. Using also my archers there. And once again, look at the left side, right? We don't get any damage, but look at the right side now. We get some damage. He's still forced to defend that. So I'm just going for my little prince there. Using my elixir ability there, using now my ice spirit on the left side. He has to commit so much elixir on the right side. I'm just gonna go for the log. He goes in for the late delivery, but we're kind of punishing him, right? With this type of deck, with Bridge Index as example, or like in general, I would say, you always want to know how much elixir the opponent has. And this is exactly what we're gonna do. We knew how much elixir Pompeo had. We punished him, and yeah, there's nothing you can really do after that. So I think we played it really, really smart. Like, the most important thing is the start, right? Getting some early chip damage on one of the lanes, just continue splitting hoggies. Even if you have the advantage on one side, you wanna always split hoggies. At one point when the opponent plays a delivery, you wanna kind of predict that and spam him over with your little prince. So guys, next gear up with Irma. Irma is actually a really solid German player, and he's playing a really interesting deck where you could think on paper maybe he got the matchup advantage. He was like kind of using a deck, which I think, I'm not 1% sure there. I'm kind of like, just like my theory, that he made this deck to counter my deck, because he's playing Mega Knight Fireball, and you could think, okay, could be Mega Knight tough, bro. You don't really have like too much against Mega Knight. I don't even have cannon there. I just have the delivery as a mini tag, and also at the same time, of course, got the Guardian. But you guys will see what I'm talking about. This will be so crazy. So Man, this deck, dude. Also, like, I feel like you got like kind of 3 win conditions in the deck, right? You got the Little Prince, of course, with the Guardian, kind of counts as a win condition. You got the Royal Hogs, and then you got like as a semi-win condition, sometimes the Evo Archers, dude. Like, the Evo Archers, they can do just so much damage. I'm just like kind of playing sometimes Hogs and also Evo Archers at the bridge to just immediately shred something, which is like absolutely incredible. When I know the opponent is Fireball, example, he can just like Fireball my Evo Archers off. I'm just doing it at the bridge because sometimes the opponent is low on Elixir there. So, really good like ability on our end, I would say. On his ability was kind of fine, I would say. I mean, the Guardian is on tower, but I still think overall was an okay trade. So I'm just deciding to go for the Royal Hogs here because I know he's low on Elixir. I kind of knew at this point that it was already Mega Knight. But I also knew he didn't have enough Elixir. He goes in Fireball. I'm going to get some damage on the right side. I'm kind of happy with the trade there, of course, going on one line because I knew he had Fireball and he also had MK there. So, yeah, just like splitting always at the start is kind of like the safest play, I would overall say, because when you don't know the opponent's stack, it's just like the safest thing, right? So if the opponent is like Mega Knight, just not gonna give him any value. Same for Fireball, and kind of also most likely you're playing like more than one troop on the type of Royal Hogs, and then you're kind of getting already like an idea what the opponent could play. So they were really good Evo Archers there. A bit annoying that I had to commit my Little Prince there. I'm still thinking I'm using my ability here because I know he might use an MK, but he's actually using the MK at a really smart time there. So we're going to be able to get some damage, but we also have to deal with the counter push. That was a really bad Royal Hogs placement, but at the same time it was fine because he's just committing Fireball anyway. I kind of thought the Evo Archers would kill all of that. So that's like really annoying. That bandit was actually really well played because now I have to commit a really bad Little Prince. I don't get the ability now. There was a really smart bandit on the end from Irma, right? Like my Iceberg just did an absolutely horrible job. I still need to go Log there. And now we're like 600 damage behind, which you don't really want to be with this type of deck. I'm just going to go for my Earthquake there, just taking some extra damage. And I, of course, need to go Fireball. I continue going Fireball on the right side. I mean, like, Hoggies on the right side. Even he goes like, even it's like the tower, which has full HP, right? I'm just going to cycle my Archers here, really good Archers here. I'm just going to go Skeletons. And I think now I'm just going to go Ice Spirit there. Now I'm just going to use my ability. Really good Archers. They're getting a ton of value. He decides to go in for this. We're going to get the ability down at the same time. I'm just going to go for the delivery there. You're also going to go for Evo Archers. Evo Archers just absolutely broken. Look at the Evo Archers, right? And it all started. You always want to get as much Evo Archers value as you can, right? So I could have played the delivery on the right side, yes, but I want to play Archers to make sure they get Evo Archers for its Magnet because I know 3-card cycle. I know my cycle's cheap overall. So this is what you want to do, right? So now I'm just going to go pressure aggressive there. I'm just going to go for my Skeletons there. Now I'm just going to go for this delivery here. Really good delivery. Now I'm just going to go Ice Spirit there. Really good Ice Spirit also. And now we're doing a great job. I think I'm also going to decide to use my ability here. Now I think, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to EQ that. But I know he cannot Fireball cycle me, right? There's no way. So I'm just going to cycle. I know I'm just going to Royal Hogs because I know if he goes in, an example, for a Magnet on the right side, that would be completely fine, right? Like, we're still going to be able to get some damage, as you guys can see, at the same time as Magnite is out on the wrong side. So I'm also going to use my Ice Spirit because it was pretty obvious that he goes in for Zap. And now I'm just going to go Archers there. And honestly, I can just go in there for my Little Prince there. I don't need to worry about anything. I can just go now for my Royal Hogs to bait out a Fireball, using my Skeleton defense also because you're going to use an Ice Spirit. I just want to make sure that this Mega Knight is not going to be able to kill me. Now I'm just going to use my ability on the left hand side, getting some extra pressure there, using my Log there, using now my another Royal Hogs. And now it's just time for me to go in for an Earthquake here and just cycling as fast as I can. He goes in for the Zap, he doesn't have Fireball. Fireball comes late, GG's, well played, we're winning this one. I think on paper the matchup doesn't look good, but at the end, like, there's nothing he can really do. We're doing a great job there against Irma, and I think we played it over really well. And now on the first account, we got to #1 in the world, and now we also need to get to #2. So guys, this game will be absolutely exciting to watch. And this guy, I don't know how he got so high. People are always asking me about Pekka Bridge Spam. Is Pekka Bridge Spam still viable? It's a good deck. Is it a good deck? Is it a bad deck? Can I still use it? Pekka Bridge Spam, one of the favorite archetypes of you guys. I don't know why, but it seems like there's so many Pekka fanboys in the community. And I kind of get it. It's a fun deck to use. It's like overall one of the greatest decks of all time, but it's also at the same time pretty bad. It's pretty bad right now, and I don't know, against Little Prince it also feels bad. Against Evo Archers, like, Evo Archers are shredding. Evo Archers are absolutely shredding Pekka. Like, this is like incredible to watch. So first of all, we're just gonna go Fireball like Hoggies on the right side, since he committed like a really bad Guardian there, the 3 elixir build. You kind of always need to kind of consider, right? Like, it's a 3 elixir build. It's not like an Archer Queen where you like just like waste 1 elixir, which just doesn't really matter. You're wasting 3 elixirs, so sometimes you're losing a game because of that. So I'm just going for my Little Prince there. But it's just like really sometimes, because the card is so busted that you're mostly also generating positive leaks rate of that beforehand. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I'm just going for my Evo Archers here. I got my Evo Archers after like 10 seconds already in the game. And they're completely killing the Pekka. What the heck? How broken is that? Look at this. The Pekka is dead in his half. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. Dude, I know what Supercell did there, but Evo Archers and Pekka are the most broken cards. And now look at the Evo, I mean like Evo Archers and Little Prince. And now look at this, guys. Look at the Evo Archer. Look at the Evo Archer. And I actually cannot believe this. And I actually cannot believe that I didn't say, I didn't watch my video yet again. Maybe I should. I will actually do it after this video. But what did I say about Evo Archers? I think I was really passive there and really defensive after like my really bad like Evo Bats score, where I thought, okay, Evo Bats, they will be so good in Clash Royale. They don't like to zap. I was like, okay, Morten, relax. Relax. Don't get overexciting. Don't get like... Don't tell the people Evo Archers are broken by the past Royale, but I can tell you guys, if you like if you're not sure about like spending the $15 on the past round, you're like, I just want to spend it on a broken Evo. This evolution is broken, but at the same time, I still can't guarantee if it's gonna get a nerf soon. I personally think it's gonna get a nerf before Clash Royale League World Finals. We don't know how big the nerf will be. Same for Little Prince though. I'm pretty sure also it will be nerfed before CL World Finals. Again, next couple of like maybe next week. We don't know. But yeah, this is kind of crazy. So once again, going Archers and Evo Archers, dude. Look at this. Look at the Pekka. I mean, which Pekka, right? This is just like, this is madness, guys. And at the first day I thought Little Prince was busted, and I was like, why should I use like Evo Archers? They're good, but they never work in the same deck. But if cards are broken, they will also work together, even if it doesn't make sense at all. That also the same like happened last season with Goblin Giant, and also the Evo Recruits in one deck. I actually can't believe this deck is viable. I actually can't believe both the cards are at the same time viable. And I can't believe Supercell busted out 2 of the most broken cards in Clash Royale history in one single season. We go to number 1 and 2 in the wall in Clash Royale. If you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe. Check one of the other videos out. And yeah, let me know in the comment section. Little Prince is that already? Or like, how bad is Little Prince really? Because some of you guys were saying Little Prince is bad. Are Evo Archers also bad, guys? Goodbye.